Hello, how are you? This is JilliBling. What do you think? Okay, ready for the inside? Pop-up petals. Okay, regular card. Oh, thanks. Okay. Bing. Thanks for being there. You make my life better just by being in it. I have a few friends I definitely need to send this to. But look at that. And this one has double pop-ups. Yeah, and the dies that come with this cut out the flowers. They cut out the pop-up, you could cut out the butterflies, they cut out all kinds of things. So, pop-up petals bundle, right here. So these things, at first I thought those are shutters. No, those are the pop-up pieces, and we'll use those in just a minute. And it cuts out a single little sunflower, butterfly, the rose, two different vases, another butterfly, so there's two butterfly dies, and then this little tulip, it's more like a spring flower. And it's two-step stamping. That means, actually it's more like three-step stamping. You could stamp this in one color, fill in the petals with a different color, fill in the flower centers with another color. Same with this little spring flower. See, when you look at it close up, it's not really a tulip. I guess it could be. But there's a stamp to fill in the flower. The rose, here's the rose. You could stamp the leaves in any green you like, the flower petals, any color you like. It's a lot of fun. It's a great bundle. So we'll be using this, and I have a project I did a few days ago, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. Also using stylish shapes for a word label, and nested essentials for two things. This double layered rectangle, and then also this flag, be using it in two different sizes. This is from Stylish Shapes. Is that fun? Okay, so this one, the flower, I colored with blends, and I stamped the green, and I stamped the vase. Same here. These are colored with the blends, therefore I stamped them in Memento Black. Butterfly too. Stamped it in Memento Black and then colored it in. I colored in the butterflies. Are there blue butterflies? Today there are. But I made them match the vase just because I was about to do them in a really bright color, and I thought, you know what? I want the visual, your eye, to go to the flowers in the vase. Okay, so I'll keep this one nearby, somewhat as a reference. Oh, let me show you a few days ago. So this is a book fold. You recognize the flowers and the butterfly? And then there's the pop-up. And these I colored with the blends and stamped it in Memento. And there's this one. I textured the background on this one, not on this one. Oh, these words are great. It's a stamp set called Not 29 Anymore. Okay, everyone needs a happy birthday, right? Treat yourself, because I didn't get you anything. Don't you love that? Because sometimes they're friends, but if you get a gift for all of your friends, you're going to be broke. And sometimes it's just nice to have that understanding between friends. You don't have to get me anything. If anything, just get me a card. That's fine. Or we can go out together. That's fine. But it's just funny how it's said. And I love it. I really love it. Oh, and then this part. Let's get this party started so I can be home by 9. And I appreciate that. I like going to bed early. Okay, so those are the previous video. So if you want to watch these being made, you can flip back one video and find it. Okay, let's go. So here are the pieces we'll need to make the project. This is a November online exclusive. It's right here. It's called Pop-Up Petals. The item number for the bundle is 168010, $46.75. Usually they're over $50. It's very, very nice. Today I want to use this paper, which came out, I think in November, or maybe even like in August, brushed with beauty, and I want to use the Petal pink paper. And on the sample, I used some retired paper. It's called Country Lace. I have a feeling a lot of you have it, but I wanted to use that, some of that paper. It's the same but different as this paper. Okay, let's go. I have a plan. Okay, we're going to start out. Oh, and make sure you use your mat. When stamping with polymer, and before you know it, all the stamps will be polymer. Right now, everything being made is polymer. And in the new, most things are in the new packaging. If they still have old packaging left in the warehouse, you might get old packaging. But polymer it is. No more red rubber cling, which I really liked, but that's fine. I'm getting plenty used to polymer. Okay, so we'll cut these out. Little one on white, big one on petal pink. Cut those out. Okay, and I was going to put this just on here, but I think it gets a little bit lost. So that little bit of white border, I think, makes all the difference. So let's stick these together. I guess I can just stick them on there. Stampin' Seal or whatever adhesive you like you have is good. And if you're making this, before you get too far ahead, I have a hint for assembling the inside. So you could just skip forward to that, or at least wait on the video to see that, just because it makes a little bit of a difference. Okay, so we have our layers. See, that looks good right there. Just put a greeting on it, you're set. Here, put the greeting on it. And then a bow and bling. I know, some of you are saying, yeah, you're funny. And you know what, this card, I don't know if you could tell, I really tried to make it, well here, I started out, I'm trying to make it easy. I have a group I'm hoping will begin in just later this week. And so I was trying to make it easy, but appealing. Okay, so I did it. But then it's like coloring. It's like, okay. But I even stamped on the white paper right here, just hoping to make it easier, and then just die cut the words and the little pot. Okay, and then die cut these. Good plan. Okay, what about on the inside? Psh, die cut everything. It's just, it turned into a monster. I love it. But the super, super easy part, it's kind of gone. Look at this little flower. Do you notice it laying on its side? Like, okay, you clip me. I'm ready to go in the house. And mixing Blueberry Bushel with Night of Navy kind of is like, you don't do that. Those two colors are too close together, but I love it. I don't know why. I love it. Okay, back to where we were. So I want to do the sunflower this time. This is for the inside. I'm just going to fold it in half and tuck it in there for right now, because we have to have a plan. The plan to think about while you're doing all these kind of tedious parts is, where do you want your pop-ups? There's two different sizes. So here's the pop-ups. See how one is longer? They're both the same width, but one is longer than the other. And so this one sits closer to the card inside, and this one pops up a little bit more. Okay, so where do you want them? Oh wait, how many pots of flowers do you want? Okay, how big is your word verse for the inside? Are you going to have one inside? Or are you just going to stamp on? Yeah, this turned into, it's not so easy, but we'll work on that in just a minute. For now, let's work on the front. So I have some really good words. The words I want to use are, you make my life better just by being in it, but that calls for a larger die, which is fine because that set has all kinds of dies. So I'm going to stamp that on some scratch white paper. My favorite size to cut paper is, I just keep it on hand, 2 3/4 by 8.5. It's like my basic. Okay, you need a piece of paper. Oh, you need stamp flowers. Oh, you need stamp. This seems to work for everything. Okay, so on this project that we're doing today, I'm going to try not to color too much with the markers. Maybe just a little hint here or there. This one, because I planned on coloring with the markers, I stamped it in Memento Black. Memento Black. Today's card, I want it to be a little bit softer, and instead of Memento Black, I want to use gray granite. Because you're not coloring with the blend, you could make it any color. But I just want it to be kind of softer, like this whole little theme we got going here. Okay, so the words are going to go in granite. So I'm going to put this here only because when I stamped it the first time, I stamped it too low. I had to stamp it again. So if I put this here, stamp inside of it, I'm going to be golden. Right inside of it. And I didn't ink. I didn't ink the T. Let's try it again. This time it's going to be good. I can just tell. Today is a good day. I had a wonderful yesterday. Today, Tony is at Emma's house, working on her house because she's going to do a whole bunch of remodeling. And Uncle David is there too. So I woke up. Whenever I woke up, I slept an hour and a half more than I usually do. That's crazy. That was so nice. I see a smudgy there, but I'm going to ignore that. Okay, so before I run this through, experienced stampers, you already know this. If you can, cut your paper. This is what you're die cutting. That's how that's going through the machine. I say that only because if you have clear cutting pads that are a little bit well loved, this one, it's kind of warped. But if you run this whole paper through, you get this lovely impression shared with texture on your paper. You don't want that. I don't want that. Okay, so this one is ready to go through. But while I'm at it, I'm going to stamp the vase in granite. And this vase, I want it to be, this one I did the a little bit shorter and polka dotty. I want to do the other vase. I want to do this. Look how nice that vase looks there in the blueberry. This is kind of like my friend Barb. If ever you drive up to her house, she has all these plants, and if they're not blooming, they're green and they look wonderful, but she loves this color, and she has a lot of little pots and big pots in this color. I'm always so impressed with her flowers, so I was kind of thinking of her. But I want to do this one this time in granite. So it's right here. And granite's ready. Okay. There it is. Now I'll probably need another one for the inside. Oh, didn't get ink on the corner. It's a good thing about polymer, you could see through it. It looks a little bit lighter at the top. But it's kind of cool. It's like it's shadowed. And I'm not sure, so I'm going to stamp a polka dotted one too. Because I like it. Because on the inside I might need more than one pot of flowers. Okay. And when I look at this, I'm thinking, yeah, I probably need to re-ink the pad. But I don't know, somehow I'm just feeling the color differences on it. I don't know, I'm liking it. Maybe it's all that extra sleep today, I don't know. I stamped this one upside down, but it doesn't matter. Okay, and I'm also going to stamp the flowers in granite. And I'm cutting these out once again because they don't need multiple trips through my machine with my lovely plates. Just one, with the die protecting it. Okay. Put that one on the cutting pad. Put this one on the cutting pad. How about this one? Oh, and I should use some of those little tulips too. Look how perfectly it fits. Little tulips. Oh, and the sunflowers. We have flowers to do. And I want to do this one on the inside. A big one. That's the rose. Okay. Well, stamp. A little bit of extra paper. This could be tulip paper. This could, ooh. Ooh. Nope. Okay. I have more paper. Ooh, but did I cut it? That's what Warren always says. Tulips. Sunflowers. Oh, look at that. I don't know why it thrills me so. Didn't get it good, but the bottom stem, chances are it's going to be in the vase, so I'm not worried about it. Okay. And the words, I might have to cut more paper. Hold on. Well, for the words. Their words, there's some really nice ones, something like "You get me." You get me, and I appreciate that. I'm going to do it off to the side so that a pot could sit on the end of the banner word label. So like right over here. Okay. Okay, let me cut these out. Look what I have. That's like worth more than its weight. If I were to hold all these little die cut pieces, it's like, that's a good start. Okay, so this one is done in the interest of time, but we could do this one right now. So to do that, let me hold it up. I'm going to stamp it in Lemon Lolly, stamp the center in Espresso, and then in the center of each of these little petals, I'm going to do just a little swoosh of Petal Pink, just because the card base is primarily Petal Pink and I want to bring the colors together. So it looks like that pot of flowers, the little vase, it belongs with the card. I probably should go over and do that one again because you could hardly see it. Okay, so let's do that. So here we go. We need, for the flowers, Lemon Lolly. Lemon Lolly. Before I ink it, this flower center is big. This one is kind of oval. So this is how it's going to go. Those little petals lined up. Oval, big. As I get closer, it's like, oh, it comes into focus. That's right where it goes. Let's see. Wow. Nice. So when it comes to doing the early espresso, I have to tell you, when I did my sample, I'll bring it back here in just a minute. I didn't get it lined up very good. So I took a blends marker and I filled in the little crescent where I didn't line it up very good. Another thing is using a spot. I'm using a spot just because my 2 espresso pads are in project boxes somewhere. But using a spot, you could see the linen mark on the stamp. But I don't know, today I'm okay with it. Okay, I'm going to get this one right on. Okay, as it goes closer, it's going to get in focus, right? Okay. Are your fingers crossed? Oh, I didn't do it again. It's close. And you're like, well, it's just kind of a dark blob, but look right there. So to fix that, because when you look at this one, you can't even tell, huh? If you really look at it, it's like, yeah, the ring around the outside is a little bit bolder, but that's using the blends. If you're like, well, what color blends? Because there's no espresso one. Pulled out my handy dandy chart, and I'm looking at, I don't want it to be darker. That's kind of close. I'm going to use SU 300. Yeah, stuff happens. So I'm just going to fill in that little gap. Another thing is if you're using, because you know how I used granite ink, and if you're doing the blends, you don't want to go over and over and over it, because the granite ink is water-based and it could smear a little bit. So I'm just trying to do one, maybe two passes, and then that's it. Another thing is I'm looking at this, it's like, that espresso is kind of dark. Maybe crumb cake would be better. But when I looked up online, what do sunflowers look like? They all had a really dark center. That's just full of seeds. Okay, and for the leaves, see how there's little leaves on there? I'm going to use olive light. I was going to use olive dark, but that covers up the detail in it. And see how I'm just doing one little pass over the stamped area, just because I don't want to smear the stamped outline and the detail. And then next I'll take that petal pink and I'll kind of pink up the yellow just a little bit. Well, I should hold them side by side and see what you think. And if I used petal pink light, maybe switch to petal pink dark. Okay, done with that one. Petal pink dark, it's already dark. Yeah, you can tell. See the difference in the two of them? This one has the petal pink dark little swooshes in it. Maybe I could do it like a second time now that it's sat there for, what, 15 minutes? So I just want it to be just a little bit. But I definitely want it to show because it's going to go on a petal pink card base. Everything about this is focusing on the petal pink. So I think this might be helping. Because if I look at the one under my thumb, the one that hasn't got the second coat of petal pink, I think it makes a difference. Just down at the, like the core, right next to the seeds, sunflower seeds. Have you ever taken sunflowers and dried the seeds or roasted them? I've done it. I've always had good intentions. And then that's in the fall. And then in the spring, it's like, oh, I forgot to do something. Oh, they're starting to grow. Well, let's plant them. Yeah. Oh, and remember that mushroom card I did last week? And then I also did the Lily of the Valley card. I ordered Lily of the Valley. And the little plants, they're called pips. So I have 12 of them. I need to go out and brave the weather and get them planted. It's so cold out there. Tony likes being out there. He likes being out there as much as I like being right here in my stamp room. Maybe I could talk him into planting them. He's gonna say, where do you want them? I'm like, I don't know. I just want them to grow. Okay, there we go. So now we have two sunflower bunches. Let's see how it's gonna look. One of them is for the inside. Okay, so that goes here. It's gonna go there. Oh, I should do like a swoosh of color back here. But you know what, trying to keep this easy, just stop doing that. Stop that. Look how nice that looks. Oh, I'm really liking that. I think it's really neutral. Okay, then these words are bigger than I planned. Probably didn't need the die to be so big, but I'm going to embrace it. Look at that. How about this? I don't know if this is going to be good or bad. Right in the middle. Yeah, I'm thinking not. I don't know. Then that's centered. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. It's kind of different. Okay, that's it. That's how it's going to go. Okay, so I'll put this on with adhesive. That can go right in the middle of the white. How about right here? I'm going to just leave it without smushing it down so that I can take the pot of flowers. I like how it fits right in there. No. Why is it so hard sometimes? Okay, it's just going to go there. It's right in the middle of the white. And this will go right here. Just like that. Maybe. Right like that. Can you tell I'm not sure? Okay. So a little bit of glue back here. And the flowers, it seems like they could go any height. Get that stuck on there. Let's see. It goes here. Yep, they're just fine in height. This is all going to go on with dimensionals. So I'll put dimensionals all over on the pot and on just the stems. Probably end up doing all of it anyhow. Definitely cover that. Make it, I think you're gonna end up being everywhere, but that's fine for now. Okay, so this is gonna go right here. It's kind of nice seeing all that stitching everywhere. Okay, and this can, I'll put dimensionals under the flowers, under the end of the banner, so it kind of be raised up a little bit, and then glue underneath the Petal Pink label. So I'm going to start with dimensionals. Ran out. Today's been such a nice day. I sat in my recliner looking at social media and playing games until 9:30. Yeah. It's a good morning. Good day. Too much sleep. Of course, Tony usually gets up at 5:15, 5:30. If he sleeps into 5:45, I hear, oh, I slept until 5:45. So you know what the dog was doing. Hey, it's time. Oh my gosh. So I kind of bribed him. I said, you go out there and you go pee and you get, I'm going to say quietly, a cookie. If I say it loud, he'll be over here wagging his tail. And he did. You know, I have to take a potty break in the night. And he was back before I got done going to the bathroom. He was that, ooh, that looks good. He was that motivated to take care of what he had to and get back in. Good morning. I don't even know the channels on TV. I was like, well, what do you do after you watch Good Morning America? I don't know how to find all those other channels. Tony, on the weekends, he always puts on home improvement shows, which they're fun. They're great. I like them. But I don't know how to find them. Look how cute that is. Okay, we'll probably do this on the inside. Did you notice the blue? We were talking about the navy linen thread 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So I'll probably do it again, but I like this. It looks spring-like, but it also looks like it could be fall. If you had this like as a Cajun craze or more of a wintry color, this could definitely be a fall card. But today it's spring. Okay, so I'm going to take a glue dot, roll it up, put it underneath the linen thread, and then follow it up with liquid glue. Glue dot rolled up like a burrito. Right here. You know what would have been good if I had thought about it, is to take a piece of linen thread and wrap it around here and tuck it underneath, and then put this one on. Then it would look like the bow goes all the way around, but that's okay. That would be, what, a 1/16 and 1/8 of an inch showing? Yeah. So this one is a little crazy. So I want them to be more like this. So I'm going to put a weight on it and then glue. And now I'm thinking, well, how am I going to finish the inside of the card? But oh, maybe we could color those little spring tulip things. Okay, because I have glue on these little tails, they're going to dry right where I want them to dry. Okay, now what? Can't get to the inside of the card. Just sit right there. Okay, so we have this. I'm not sure about using these. I like them, but I'm not sure about what color. Okay, this is the inside. This is the plan. It's kind of better when this is here, huh? Because then you could see. Then I can see. Okay, so how about if because I like how this fits right here. So these can go in maybe like this. Okay, that's cute. And look how it fits. The little round vase fits on top of the word banner. So I think this one needs to be the taller. Okay, so where's that paper for the inside? I didn't use it, did I? Well, I have another one. Oh, I put it inside the card. That's where it is. That's okay, I have another one. And all the paper cut sizes are in the video description. So if you want to do this, you don't have to try to figure it out. Just cut off your paper. Okay, so there's this. And now we're going to use the little pop-up dies to hold up this. Well, maybe if the pop-up is more like right here, and the pop-up is underneath the vase. But still, I think this one needs to be the one further, closer to me. Okay, so this one a little bit closer. How about right there? And then this one maybe more under the vase. Okay, then this one can be right about here to hold the tall vase with the sunflowers in it. Oh, and a note, if you're making a pop-up card, is, I'll show you on this one. This is a good example. First I had the roses in this pot, which you could see is taller. So just imagine this height. Then when you put the flowers that much taller, when I would close it, guess what was peeking out right here? Like beyond the card outline. So you just have to be careful of that. So I put them in the smaller vase, which helped out, and I pushed them a little bit further down into there, and that helped out. Okay, so let's cut this. Okay, so here we go. There's the cuts. And you could do your cuts anywhere. Anywhere you like. And even if you do it and it's like, oh, I don't know. Once you put the vase on, the vase is big and just corners of it will be showing of the pop-up. You could kind of scooch it over anyway. And same with this one, especially if you're going to put the banner on it. You have a lot more leeway. And if you don't like it, watch this. Oh, there's more room over here, less room over there, and now the big one is here. So there's ways to get around things. Okay, so I want these pieces out, this one out, that one out. See if it's going to start behaving. Start to fold it. It isn't. It's up here. Push that one out. The card is saying, I don't do things like that. Okay, and there it is. And I'm making sure that they're flat here. And I'm going to take my bone folder and give it a nice crease. Right here, along the inside, at the top of the folds, but also up here. Okay, there it is. Okay, so the plan is, well, this one is done. I could probably just put that on there. You know what, maybe I'll put it on with just a little bit of tape, only because once I get the words banner on there, I don't really know how it's gonna go. I'm not quite sure yet. Okay, there's just a hint of sticky, and even if that falls off, that's fine. But I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna stick that real time. Oh, another thing is check it. Look how close it is. But I also have the card base, the Petal Pink, which will give it another 1/4 inch. Okay, so we have that. So the plan is to put this on here. I kind of like it going over the vase because then you could see the die cut shape. Or if I had it right here, it was just floating in the white, which it could do. But I like it like right about there. Okay, once again, not sure. So I'm doing just a smidge, like that is a 1/16 of an inch. And let's put it right about here, right in the middle of the pop-up. So there's maybe an 1/8 of an inch or 16, just a small little amount showing. It really doesn't matter if you get it perfectly centered, because once you put the pot here, that looks really cute. Look how close to the edge it is too. And it's kind of like on a teeter-totter. It's over here, but it's going to be stuck really good once I stick it down. Let's see how these look. That's going to be cute. I need to put some words up here. So I'm just going to leave it. Let me put this. This is like temporary stick until we know for sure. That could go there. Does it all work? It's a little bit over right here, but look how much room, extra room I have over there. That blue looks nice, huh? The butterflies are cute. Okay, how about butterflies? Oh, This one has the daisies and maybe a few little daisies down here and another greeting. Because you know each card needs 3 greetings, right? You get me and I appreciate that. You make my life better just by in it. This person is going to feel like their head is so big when they walk. When they get this card. Okay, what else is there? Thanks for being there. Okay, we already used these 2. Grateful for your friendship. Thanks for being there. Grateful for your friendship. Thanks for being there. I don't know. I used 3 there. There's only 4. I really like how it's in granite too. It just has a softer look. This is nice because it's kind of bold and bright, even though it's on a soft subtle. How about, you know what, you can't go wrong. I'm going to do grateful for your friendship because of this greeting right here. You get me and I appreciate it. Okay, so grateful for your, oh, what happened? Okay, if that happens, oh. Pull out your sand eraser, and if this doesn't work, I'm going to just put a word label over it. Can you believe that? You know what I could do? Okay. A few times I messed up, and many of you have said, it's no problem, because then we learn what to do when we mess up. Okay, I'm going to try something. That, I think, if I stamp, chances are I could put the words over it. But if ever you do this, let's try flipping it over. Is this going to work? Oh, doesn't work. We'll go back. And I could do a more sandy eraser too, but it just makes the paper kind of rough. It's still a good day. Bend here, bend here. Okay, I think that's going to work. But then we need to turn all this stuff around. And because this one is lower, it's not going to work. It's way over here. That's too far up. Okay, back to square one. But you know, it was really close to working. I'm going to just put the words up there, and it's going to be good. And which words? It's going to be good. And that just might be where the butterflies have to go. Oh, those came off. This is getting like a little bit rough. Granite? I think it's the things. Thanks. Kind of bold. Let me test it. Oh, that looks good. Okay, it's gonna go right over my smoochies. What do you think? This one I got, that one is still kind of there, but that worked out pretty good. Okay, back to where we were. This one gets this. This one gets this. What color should we color these? I'm thinking petal pink, just because there's no petal pink. And there's a stamp. We could do the stamp and then color in the leaves. Maybe olive, because we're using the olive. Oh, you do olive dark. Okay, so for this I want petal pink. Hold on, I haven't pulled that down yet. Petal pink. We'll find that little petal. Oh, very cute. Much cute. So what do you think about it being in the granite? I'm liking it. It just has a very different feel, kind of a softer feel. Oh, we wanted to do the little daisies everywhere too. Okay, daisies will be next. Old olive. These are going to be old olive dark because the sunflowers are old olive light. So I'm just going to do a swoosh of color because it's not memento. Oh, that's really dark. That might be too dark because it overpowers the granite. Yeah, this is better. It was, I'll hold it up here in just a minute. It's too heavy of a color for the softer outline. Bo is snoring. Okay, so let me show you. Tiny garbage. What? So the old olive, if I were to do that, and it makes, oh, what a difference it makes. Look at that. You see the difference? This you could still see the artist, the line art. This, it gets buried. Okay. You have to test. A little bit of coloring. And there's not a stamp. Like this is two-step stamping. There's a stamp for the petals, but not for the leaves. But that's fine, because me trying to line up something that small, I think it's better just coloring it. It's just a little bit of coloring. And look how cute it is. Went outside the line there. That might be the flower in the trio that's a little bit buried. Okay. Flowers. See, this brings it back to more pink-like. There, here, and over here. That's really cute. Okay, and I'm liking those. This is gonna go here, but I want to put some of the sunflowers, like maybe just down at the bottom. And then you have room to write. If you want, you can write up here. This card is getting to have more and more on it. What happened to it being easy? What happened? Yeah. Trying to make it random. And the sunflowers, if you look at these in the, well, my dark flower centers cover it up. All the little dots, the detail dots, are at the bottom of the flower. So I'm talking about these right here. See those little dots on the flower? When you look on this one, they're at the bottom. Therefore, when I'm stamping it, I'm trying to keep them at the bottom. And, oh, there's not a stamp to fill it in, but that's okay. I'll do it in Lemon Lolly and a hint of the Petal Pink again. Well, that means I need to color the, maybe I could do those in Crumb Cake. That's cute. Okay, and just butterflies, maybe just one special butterfly. Okay, maybe 2. 1 definitely right here. Remedy that. Good buddy. 1 over here. Okay, a few butterflies. There's one good right here. Okay, that's it. I think I just can't do anything easy. Okay, this is looking good. I have to color butterflies and flowers. We'll do that in just a minute. I want to start having success here. I need success. After that, whoops. Okay, so thin glue to hold the sunflowers in place, right where I want them. Like right there. See, these can be as tall as they want because they're on the little pop-up. Okay, dry. You could dry, just dry. Okay, and this, I'm going to attach the vase. I could still tuck stuff in, so I'm going to attach the vase to the word label. Not sure how far it goes. I don't want to put glue way over here because I know it doesn't go there. And this can go right about there. Bo is 9.5 years old. Yeah. Okay, so that goes there. That could dry. I'll put the flowers in just a minute because I think it's going to take a little bit of maneuvering. So in the meantime, what color should the butterflies be? Looking at this and that. I don't want them too strong. How about just in like yellow and daffodil and crumb cake. Lemon lolly. I'm going to need that for sunflowers. And what did I say, crumb cake? Crumb cake is going to be, well, these are the same colors as the flowers. I see daffodil. Maybe the butterflies could be bolder. They could be daffodil. And the flowers will be lemon lolly. Okay, but their tummies, I'll do their tummies in, I think I did crumb cake here. That looks good. Crumb cake for butterfly tummies. Just a swoosh of crumb cake light. Oh, that looks nice with the granite. Maybe I need to be stamping in granite more often. Then I'm going to do crumb cake dark, just as like a little bit of a shadow on the bottom of their tummy. Because I have a shadow under my tummy. Okay. And then bright butterflies. So I'm going to do all in daffodil. And I'm trying not to color too long on the stamped outline because I know it will smear. Sometimes I wonder, is my pen running out? No, that's fine. Seems like all the yellow markers, they have a very distinct, strong smell. And then just a hint of bright. Oh, I might have to go back and blend that more. There, that's looking good. I'm trying not to hit the granite outline. Okay, that is good. So that's done. So I'm pausing so that these can dry just a little bit. So now for the flowers, what did I say, crumb cake inside. They're going to match the butterflies. So I'll do crumb cake everywhere, crumb cake dark at the bottom for a shadow. And if I do it maybe 2 at a time, I don't have to spend much time blending because the color is still wet, which is very convenient. Maybe I'll just do it. Okay, that's working out good. Okay, and then for the flower petals, I'm going to do Lemon Lolly, white on all of them. I'm going to let it dry and then do Petal Pink, dark. See, if I knew I was going to do this, I would have had some of it done. Sure is looking happy though. Springtime. I know so many people are having like the worst storm of the year right now. Don't you just wish for spring flowers and the sunshine? Yeah. I love it in the sunshine because in the morning there's no bugs out there and we can leave the back door open and Bo goes in and out as he wishes. Oh, we have toddler, not baby Warren, we have toddler Warren now. Probably can't do that. Oh well, what if he goes out? That's fine. Okay. Done. And that was probably enough time. Do we even use the, I don't think we used the dark Lemon Lolly. Okay, so now Petal Pink Dark for the inside of the flowers. That's really cute. Just like on the little pots of a vase. I love bringing flowers inside. You know, we planted a couple of bushes of lilac because I remember Grandma having it, and oh, I love the smell. So they're blooming. They are like big bushes taller than I am, but it doesn't smell the same as Grandma's. Do you know, are there different lilacs with different smells? This one, walking by it in the yard, it's like, oh yeah, that's nice. But when it gets inside the house, it's like, nah. Okay, we're done with the inside. Look how cute that is. Like, see this right here? That's just nice spring. The flowers turn out cute, huh? Okay, so let's start. Lots of colors. I think we're done coloring. This is gonna go here because it's taller, because this is a small one, this is a big one. So this is going to go here, but I can't really put it down yet because I have to tuck the flowers in. Let's do the flowers. I have to have a plan. So this one could go here. This one could be like it's taller, but the stem is kind of hiding. Maybe like that. Or this one could be really tall. Oh, look at that. Okay, now I need to keep it. And it needs to be centered. How am I going to do it? Dimensionals on the inside of the card. Heck yeah. Okay, this one right here. You hold in place. Right there. This could be like that. Oh, but I don't want it to touch. I don't want it to have sticky here. It's good. Otherwise, it's going to not pop up. Okay, I think that's the only one that's going to get dimensionals. So the rest of these are going to get, I could put glue right down in here. Maybe glue right here. Okay, flowers, stick just like that. Okay, I can't move. I want to scooch them over this way a little bit though. Okay, like right, just like that. How about, okay. Ooh, ooh, oh. You know, some days, it's just how it is. This is the tall stuff. Then this one is going to go and fill in this side. How's that? I see glue right here though. That means that this one, well, if it's sticking, it's going to stay like that. It's sticking. Okay, dry. Let's get back to this one. This one is going to go right in the center of its pop-up. So I'm going to put glue on all of this rectangle. Okay. And put this one right here. I'm doing it just like a little bit above the fold because I don't want it to impede the fold. Okay, so there's that one. You know, simple pleasures. Okay, so is it straight? Okay, now this one is going to go right here. It's okay if it sticks out a little bit because I have all that border. And I would say put glue all over this rectangle, but I could see a little bit of air on either side. So it's going to go mostly on the rectangle, not at the very top or the very bottom. So if ever you have like a dimensional or glue, like there's a hint of a dimensional right here, just take your embossing buddy and give that dimensional, because I don't want the dimensional to stick to this part. I want it to pop up. So that's all it takes. And now the dimensional has a no sticky purpose. Okay, so I'm good with it sticking out here, and I like how it's crossing over there. Okay, what do you think? I need to get it in the card. But that linen thread, I'm still hoping that it's going to dry so that the linen thread tails are good. Words are a little crooked. Okay, let's see. Ooh, that's good. Seems like the words are going uphill a little. That's fine. Another thing is the banner. I think somehow I curled it out. I'm sure it's human error, but I don't want it to get caught when I'm closing it. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's check on the card front. Oh, we have to make bows too. Okay, let me stall just a little. This is going to be like the icing on the cake. That turned out really cute. Those darn little tulip spring flowers. Okay, just a couple of regular little mini bows. See, now these are doing the same thing. Okay, that's nice. One more. Then we'll get to the front. Oh, we have to put bling on it. Oh, did I pick out bling? I think I had just Retired Bling out there. Well, every time I use Retired Bling, you guys are so good, or Retired Product, and you're like, I have that. I always try to do my best to do only current, so that you can reproduce the card yourself. Or like in this one where I used one retired and then current, so you can still reproduce it. I think I want, you know, that one's crazy. I want iridescent pearls. It seems to be my go-to lately. Iridescent pearls on everything. Probably shouldn't be putting this on because we have to put it into the card. No, straight bow. And you know what, before I take the picture, I'll, like we did the front, I'll weight it, put some more glue on it, and I'll weight it. This one turned out fine. This is the Good Child. Okay, I like how that looks. I really like the granite stamping. We'll put this in just a minute, and I have tips on putting that in. Okay, let's see how this turned out. That's better. It's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Put it here. Maybe make it shorter. Okay. So that turned out good. Oh, here's our inside. It's cute, huh? I'm going to put bling on it. Iridescent pearls. And I'll put 3 of these on. One. They could be up here by the, these are the baby's breath. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's stuck all on its own. Okay, so that's the front. So for the inside, let's see if that glue is kind of holding. I think so. Okay, so for the inside, I'm going to put glue. I want to close this up, but I know that the glue is going to stick from the ribbon. I'm going to put Stampin' Seal around here, here. Then I'm going to put a little bit of glue. And I'm going to put it only on this half, not on the inside half. There's a reason for that. Can I do this? And the reason is, if you put glue all the way up into the center crease, your card won't open very well because your glue will be hanging on. And I think after you've done it once, then you're like, oh, that's why she said that. So when you look at this, and see how I have it all the way open? See how it's kind of got a bow right here? But at least the card will open. And even the card back here, it's doing a little bit of puckering. But if I had glue all the way to there, you'd be able to open it maybe this far, and that's it. That's all you'd be able to open it. So you could even do less of a rim of adhesive if you like. And I'm doing both the Stampin' Seal and the liquid glue. I know the liquid glue, once that sticks, that's going to be there forever. But sometimes the Stampin' Seal, if you really work it, it will have a little bit of give. But the Stampin' Seal gives me immediate stick. Okay. See, are my bows still on there? Oh yeah. And I'm gonna take this, get my fingers full of glue, open the card, and I'm gonna push it right into the center. Look at how much of a margin is here and here, top and bottom, and make sure they meet. So that's a 1/4 inch, that's a 1/4 inch. Get it right into the center, right into that crease. Close the door. Okay, so Stampin' Seal is holding it right now. The glue is saying, oh, Okay, I got it. Look how cute that is. Okay, this one is my favorite. And we survived the smoochies and the whoopses. Okay, so I'm going to put more glue on these, probably after I take a picture, just to make sure that they won't, I don't want them to fall off, because I didn't put that much on there, and then trim them. And make these tails on this one a little bit more behaving. Okay, do you have a preference? Do you like, see they're the same but different. This one I really was going for simple, didn't happen. So that one has a big word banner, little one, a little bit more simple, but bright. Yeah, these are fun. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching, and thanks for those that give me the thumbs up and a comment. I really appreciate it. It's nice to know that I'm not stamping in my room and nobody sees. I appreciate it. Okay, have a great day. I hope you make pop-up cards. Okay, bye.